playing days, I'm glad I don't have to go through this stress anymore. Like for me, it was just it was aging me. So I think I'm more comfortable on the casting side of things.
No, I think you found a good place here.
Yeah.
You know, maybe coaching could be a thing for you down the line.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah,
I'm telling Chad he should go back to playing, and I'll be the coach, and I'll kind of look after him. Maybe him, Jason, and maybe Yanko will make a casting team, and I'll look after them like young cubs, you know. That's what we're thinking about doing.
That's a lovely thought. Practically don't know how well that's going to go down, but we can start talking about this one as the players are signed already up. So we do have Inferno coming up afterwards, and it does, again, seem like it's a bit of a middle ground map. It seems like all these teams tend to go towards these. So where do you kind of cut this then? If it's a middle ground map pool, right? So there's nothing to really pull it either way. Both teams have kind of played these before. Where do you look towards? Is it the individuals? Is it the T side, CT side? Where do you go?
The problem we have right now is neither of these teams have won a series as of yet. They're trying to break that goose egg and see whether they can actually get a game on the board. I'm feeling like exceL. I feel like they've got more experienced players. You've got some bigger names there, the likes of Jcam. He's been around for ages. Same with Windansky as well. They should have done what it takes to have the anti-strats coming in here, know what they're up against. And like we said, that structured T set coming in, they will be actually starting on the CT side. So they're not going for that. They won the knife round. We heard them scream, but they've opted for the CT side, which technically is the easiest side if you want to coin it that. But we'll get into this one, shall we? Mirage kick things off, and it's going to be 4 sets of armor for the CT side. Looking at the terrorists by 3 sets for them and 2 smokes as well. So a tactical execution potentially coming in here. 3 players towards Palace with the bomb as well, and a couple of players towards Underpass for now. So that suggests an A split will be coming in momentarily.
So yeah, let's keep our eyes on Hoodlum and Cray, see where they put these down towards. I guess pretending it's that B hit more than anything. Let's see who falls for it. There's still 2 players relatively close towards A. Cray going to continue to throw a spanner in the works, but Connor's seen it all now.
Well, here we go then. Connor with the first headshot. Bomb goes down. That means fake has been called, and it's going to be exceL finding both frags. Clean headshot so far, not giving anything away. Nice, patient, disciplined play. Now they've got the advantage, waiting for the rotations to come in. It's going to be down to the terrorists to try and work and try and get some frags back in their favor. It's Cinder trying to do what he can, but it's not enough. Jchem finds the final 2 frags there, and the fake at the start, it wasn't really convincing enough. I think they had to wait a little bit longer there. Send a player in, at least with those smokes, get a kill, and unfortunately it didn't really work out for them at all. Good news is they got a plant down though, so that's something, right? But unfortunately, very clean round for exceL. And they're looking like they're hitting headshots at least to kick things off.
Exactly that. Bearing in mind as well, Chad did say, that pistol, especially when we're seeing the team struggle so much on the CT side, specifically exceL as well, is a great beginning. Gives you that little bit of extra buffer, of course, going forward. So for them, got to be a nice little bit of a breath of fresh air going, all right, that's the first one. Okay, got to keep our heads in the game with that bomb plant coming in. There's plenty of options coming in for Reason. Curious what they go for. Nothing special, really. A couple of P250s, flash on Cinder.
If you get a few more kills, you can bring out AKs, 2 of them in the second round. Now, absolutely. Top tier CS right now, that's quite a prevalent strategy, but the more common approach is get the AKs in the third. Reason this time, go towards that B bomb site, aim to get the bomb there once again. They know they probably can't win this round. They get a couple of kills and a bomb plant, that's a success in its own right.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that smoke actually hit a player, so they're going to hear this more than anything. Jacob seems a little unaware, but Luz is watching the push out. This looks a little disjointed, but Luz is keeping the situation in hand. Jacob does eventually fall to Panga, but by now it's all been dealt with. As long as Luz doesn't fall and he keeps that gun to hand, all is well on the Western Front. But Cinder is looking for opportunities.
Opportunities not really available to him, but he's certainly looking for them. I'll give him that. Bomb is down. He's going to try and hope a mistake comes in with the CT side, but not going to happen there. 4 kills from Lazap, shuts it down, like we said, towards the B side. Hope for the best. If you get a couple of trades there, it's likely the bomb goes down. It's a long rotation from the A bomb side, but Lazap is baited in by his teammate and manages to find 4 frags there. A little bit dicey on the last one, but the USP finishes the job, and it's going to be 2-0. But now, this is where it gets interesting. We'll have the AKs coming out for Reason Gaming. A good little for Cray, opting for a bit more utility there. So probably the $2,000 as opposed to $2,700. They've got 3 smokes to work as a flashbangs as well. It's not ideal, but enough to cause some damage here to the CT defense.
See how they go about this as well. Reason's T side, specifically on Mirage, if we go back to the previous weeks and what we've seen, have been notoriously patient as well. Their mid-hold's incredibly passive. We're still seeing it now. And it's been the downfall of a couple of teams when they've got annoyed by it. They want to just push into it. They don't have that discipline. They want to punish it. Reason can turn it pretty nicely. Again, though, Cinder looking for a way through towards A, just playing almost on his own here. No one really there to make anything else happen, but a shoulder shows he doesn't spot it out, but Connor deals with that one-man play, trying to cause issues.
Yeah, I like that a lot. That's good teamwork from exceL, good communications. They know a shot's coming from the A ramp towards CT spawn. Connor takes a bit of a gamble there, takes the challenge, manages to hit the shot as well. 5 on 4. They've got rifles across the board for exceL. Reason know they're not up against AWPs right now, so that's why they're kind of experimenting the idea of walking towards the A bomb site. Doesn't work out for them, and so they'll opt to go back towards B. It's Kamapanga trying to walk in and hope a CT gets caught jumping up. It's a very common position for the CT to try and get information from. Jump up, knife out. You can get your head blown off, and the CTs are aware of that. But they've got that advantage that is holding the crossfires.
Yeah, Connor as well, pushing around all the way through Palace. He's well aware that there's nothing around there. He's hearing nothing. The flash should come through. Jacob again turns. Different spots for different players, but essentially the same crossfire coming in. But Jacob doesn't deliver. Lazza can only find one this time. It's Thomas, the man who returns from Cuba. Returns dominant, it seems. The bomb's planted, and a 3v3 begins.
Yeah, 2 frags for Thomas. It's a big retake now. We've got 1 kid available, so suddenly viable for the CTs. Waiting patiently is Windansky, hoping for a mistake to be made by the T side here as his teammates come towards short, and Kitchenillo. And it's Thomas down to 12 HP. Windansky has a bit of damage, but this is looking troublesome now for the CT side.
Boaster still has a kit, so still available. Cray, though, finding Boaster, and now there it is. The shutdown between them all. The crossfire was perfect. Great after plant positioning, and it pays off well.
It certainly does. Good job by Reason Gaming there after losing the first frag as well. And a nice quick call towards that B-bomb site. Contact play, walking in. They seem to be aware of the CT setup for the exceL guys. This is similar to what they played on the second round as well. A spray down from Lazar didn't really work out in the same sort of fashion up against the AK. This Thomas, you're absolutely right. Finding 3 kills in the round. Returning strong. There is a buy available for exceL, but it's not ideal. Lazar, known to be a decent AWP. He brings that out. Jake him down to the 5-7. A couple of Famises there and a UMP. No kits means they have to work a little bit harder for these frags. Lazar knows it. Going aggressive towards short with the aforementioned sniper. Yeah,
good luck trying to catch out Reason, though, in these sort of rounds. Again, Cinder's going to try and find something towards A. He slow plays this. He was towards ramp before. Loves a bit of it. 2 players on the other side. Boaster down towards dark. Connor towards site. Both seem aware this could be a possibility, but no one actually watching it actively. That's a problem. That's a Mac 10 kill that you shouldn't be losing out to.
That's a brave challenge for Cinder to even have the audacity to walk out the apartments with a Mac 10, but it works out for him. So that's one of the unarmored players of Connor going down. 5-4 now, but it's down to the 4-4. Carmahang is dropped as well, but they do have mid-control. It's Bosa trying to get frags back and doing a very good job, it seems, as well. He does take down Cinder and has control of the A ramp.
Yeah, huge problem now begins just purely to the fact the bomb's there. If they don't get rid of Boaster, if they don't clear this out, it could be problematic, but no, Thomas is on the case again. And Boaster trying to wait so patiently, trying to bide his time as his teammates are falling around him. It's down to him and Jacob, and the A side is now smothered in the opponents. Will they still be aware that this could be a possibility? Knowing that Boaster did strike previous, it looks like Thomas is aware this could be a chance. He's checking on it, but will he check thoroughly? It does indeed come through. A jumping headshot. You love to see it.
We do indeed. It's up to Jacob now. Gets the shot through the box. Now he's got a chance for this one. A 2 versus 1. He's got a smoke to work with here, but no kit. They know exactly where he is, and surely he'll be taken down momentarily. Cray doesn't have to take this challenge, but he does not care. Manages to find the headshot there, and it was down to Bosa. You're absolutely right. He had to make something happen there, but with 40 seconds on the clock, Thomas hitting every single shot as well. There's no reason not to check that before the bomb goes down. So good job by Thomas once again. 3 more frags for him, racking them up, and we should have an eco here for exceL. Maybe a chance to work out with the players here. You can see them discussing what sort of approach you can go for. Some upgraded pistols, Deagles, 5.7s, and another Deagle as well. That's in the hands of Connor. So you can go for a stack. You can basically stack the B bombs and hope they go for a rush and make a mistake in that regard, but that'd be a misplay from Reason at this point. Good job by Thomas once again, opening things up. Finds Windansky, and now it's going to queue. He knows they're eco. He's hungry for more frags here.
Yeah, and if he gets confident, we're already seeing great plays from him just at the very start of this game. So if he really starts rolling, it could be good. But Boaster's still going to find a little bit of room to play, but not without Thomas finding an instant rebuttal. So there it is. Thomas going to pad out the stats. 4 kills. A lovely little touch for him in that scoreline.
Yeah, he's getting there now. He's looking comfortable. I've been impressed. A player that wasn't on my radar, certainly before I started casting at the Elite Series, but he's got my attention now. Can he continue this form? Early days on Mirage, but he seems to be carrying the team at this point, finding great opening kills in every single round they've won so far. And there's another 4K for him. He found the first and he got the last as well. All headshots towards the end. That's quite impressive, I have to say. Another eco for exceL. Deagles, oh no Deagles actually, 5.7s, P250s it seems. They've got some armor to work with here, but it's the full air execution coming in from Reason Gaming. 4 players towards the A side of the map, but it's great. He's battling towards middle and battling very well indeed, but Windansky does take him down eventually, but he goes down to 23 points of health.
Oh, there's those hours kicking in for Windansky. Jacob as well going to find Thomas. That's the danger man gone. That could actually be a big change of events. We'll see if Hoodlum, Cinder, or Carmahang can actually find anything in this. Still a bit of utility on the alt plant, plenty of molly still up, so this would be very tricky for exceL to pull off unless they get away with some sort of murder here. And time beginning to tick even further. No kits available, means it's even trickier. Lazar gonna find one, still very much possible, but there's Hoodlum, timing it well, spots out the other, swings on it too, sprays in wildly, but this should be all over. Good, costly damage, but surely Cinder's not going to let this one slip. No chance of it. There it is. Good damage from exceL considering what they were working with, but a round on the board nonetheless for Reason Gaming.
Yeah, it's something for the exceL guys, but they're going to be buying up next round regardless. Reason got a nice array of cash right now to work with, so they're absolutely fine. Sure, it comes down to the 1v1, but unless you're winning the round, it doesn't cause that much damage to the terrorist side. So promising, at least for exceL. They'll have the double AWP setup going into round number 7 here, Lauren. So that's potentially the strongest stance you can possibly have, but exceL, especially a lot of the UK teams, not known to have really primary AWPers. Laza has been impressing us in recent weeks. We'll see if he continue that form here as he boosts up. Nice movement to actually get up there, nice and fast as well. There's a gap in the smoke, but flashed off, but it's Connor to strike first. He takes down Cray. That was from the connector, so tag team duo going there with a double AWP setup. They're going to have to 5-4 once again, but they have thrown these rounds away in the past.
Yeah, this is a very different look here, coming out from Reason, a very fast mid-take. We haven't really seen that much before. It didn't go so well that time against the double AWPs, but still plenty of chances available. Still got utility to play through mid, can cut off some of those, I guess, tougher places to play through. Bit of a deep smoke towards connector. Hoodlum can now check the corners, having a look towards short, but exceL just kind of hit the brakes for a second. Fall back, don't allow any picks to happen.
It's another big round for them. Heavy investment in those double AWPs. You can see they've got a couple of kits to work with, but lacking utility, getting bled out right now. Sure, they have the advantage, but Windanski's low. We're going back to another contact A play potentially here as well. Hoodlum in towards the connector, trying to find this first pick. If he gets this, certainly an opening. That's going to be their cue to strike at this point.
Yeah, Boaster could still be pivotal here. You can see Windanski seems aware this push could be coming through. Fire comes in, but Boaster gets handled. Windanski is there, and Connor will pick up the slack. The bomb still in the hands of Panga, looking for a chance to go down to place. He needs Thomas to step into this and find some security within the map. 38 seconds, and the retake will have to begin from exceL.
Panga and Thomas. Thomas with 2 kills once again. He's been playing lights out CS, and this is the problem now. 2 AWPs in the retake, that's not ideal. They're all coming from CD spawn. A lovely headshot there, but can't get more than one. It's down to Thomas once again. There's the first. Now it's down to Laza. AWP in hand, knows exactly where he is, but he's on 21 points of health. It's not enough, and Thomas does it once more. He's finding frags every single round they're winning. He's stepping up. So good. I agree.
So good.
So good. That's
So
lovely
good.
stuff. And that's a huge round. Like we said, a heavy investment. It's another gutting loss there for exceL. They had the advantage. They found those opening picks. And once again, the slow, methodical play from Reason and the great fragging from Thomas, I have to say, wins them yet another round.
Yeah, when we were watching Reason earlier on in the season, I guess we could say, without seeing them with Thomas there, it felt very flat. There wasn't that kind of punch.
Sure.
There wasn't that firepower to follow it through, but it does seem with him back in the mix, you can see what the plan is with him. You can unleash him slowly, but, well, there goes his head. Windanski going to find the Deagle.
Something to work with here. Deagle can be very deadly on a map like Mirage. Lots of long-range encounters available for the CTs. Windanski showing us what he's made of there with the first headshot. CT's now going to try and capitalize on that as well. Control of the B apartments. Jacob doesn't have to push any further than that. They can actually gamble towards the A bomb side. Leave Jacob in that position, take a bit of a risk in that regard, and hope they can find the next frag here. They haven't recovered the rifle, of course. That's towards top of middle, and the T's would probably be smart to throw that away out of the map if possible. We'll see where that comes in. They go back towards B here. So Jacob, he becomes the point man now for exceL. Needs to find at least one frag here. If he goes down with nothing, that's round over. You can see the minimap right now. The rest of the CD players all towards A. Jacob has to find at least one. Flashman comes in, gives away his position. Now he has to fight, but won't get anything for it.
No flashed, nothing really, sadly. Hoodlum's going to flash up his own teammates. That's always nice. But by the end of the day, and everything's said and done, this shouldn't go anywhere other than another round on the board for Reason Gaming. Fully suited and booted. Connor hoping that someone will play into that Deagle. And it's Boaster to go down, and now just down to 2. Windanski does at least recover that rifle that wasn't removed by the Reason side.
Yeah, a little bit impatient there, I have to say, from Jacob. He's got himself in a nice position there. It's a difficult angle for the T's to check. Sure, they can utilize the grenade to try and flush him out, but normally they're going to walk around and try and refrag there. He gets one frag, they still have the advantage, and they buy themselves some time. He flashes in, goes down, and like I said, that's pretty much round over at that point. It was a nice attempt, but didn't really get anything for it. Windanski trying to save the AK-47, who's the player that opened things up with that Desert Eagle. Finds an AK, now he holds towards the B apartments. Shouldn't get anything out of this. Obviously, the round's going in favor of Reason. They'll find themselves at 6-2. But exceL, racking up the loss bonus at this point, should be able to buy AWPs once again, especially with Windanski saving the AK-47. Or will he? We're not sure. It's tight, but he does it. Takes down Cinder and manages to survive on 100 HP. So 2 kills for Windanski that round. Gives him an extra $600 to work with. And like we said, he can drop that AK if required. You can hear him discussing the idea now. Do you want to go for the double AWPs again? Distribute the wealth around, but Reason, they're in such a great position right now. They've just been running defaults, nothing too flashy in terms of the execution, getting those opening picks, and the clutch has been going in their favor. Double AWP does come out once again. 13 kills for Thomas, just to note as well. Windanski, he's looking to get way towards underpass here. Wants to go towards short, I think, but opted to go underpass, and Connor will be backing him up from connector.
Oh, Connor carefully does it. It is postured to be this A hit eventually. A little bit of presence shown towards middle from Panga, but falls off it. It'll be Boaster on the other side, jump peeking away on this. He does have support there in the form of Connor playing from the stairs, but these hits are hard to handle. It might be a retake from the very offset here. They have no man to really play, and there's no shots to be found, so they do back away. They will give up the site. Boaster just needs to stay alive.
Laza finds that first frag, but the bomb was about to be planted there. It will go down eventually. That's down to Cray. And now it's a 5-4 once again. The CTs have got kits and utility to work with. That double orb setup on the retake, Lauren, it's so difficult. And this is when it's at its weakest stance.
Fine place for it to work, and I'll be thoroughly impressed. But Thomas last time came alive in this. Connor has at least found one. That's Cinder gone. Maybe a chance here, and Connor again. And Windansky on the flank. This could all go very badly for Reason, unable to really make a stand out of this. And Kamapanya unlikely to make anything work as Windansky does find the time. They keep 5 alive in a defuse. Maybe exceL starting to feel out the game a little more, but that's the first time in a while they've looked, I guess, diligent in the way they're playing that CT side out.
Well, that's much better. Obviously, it's a change of pace and Reason now. Like we said, they've been running default so far. They went for their full A execution off the bat. It's a nice idea. They haven't presented that as of yet. Throw it in there. Smokes went down, but Connor with the AWP stepping up. We did get a little bit worried from that point. Once the smokes are down, the bomb's planted. As long as the terrorists holding the crossfires, they should have the advantage there. But Connor finding AWP shot after AWP shot manages to win one of the first gun rounds here for exceL. Remember, they won the pistol, that 2-0 start. Been a bit of a nightmare since then, but here we go. Windansky looking to rectify previous mistakes. They find the first 2 frags. Bosa with a third as well. It's looking much better for exceL.
They're finding ways to fight back in middle, it feels. Finally getting something working for them. Cinder does at least find one towards A for Reason, but by now the bomb's still stuck at the top of mid by those boxes. One molly's going to make it very uncomfortable, as is that spot from Boaster, just holding it. And maybe, just maybe, we can start hearing Boaster a little more.
This is what we're going to see, the lack of respect Counter-Strike. I think pound for pound, exceL have got more firepower available across the board than Reason Gaming do. Sure, Reason got Thomas playing lights out right now, but I do think exceL have got better players to them. So that's what they need to be doing. Start taking those jewels. Now they've got the AKs out, a bit of confidence, a couple of rounds in a row. Let's get aggressive. Let's find those first picks. Don't allow Reason to have full control of every situation. And they have broken the money somewhat as well. We can see a partial buy coming for Reason this time. CZs, Deagles, and a couple of smokes as well. That suggests an A-sided play, considering the set up on the mini-map right now as well. You're going to see all 5 players committed to this side. 4 players in Palace as well. So probably a smoke towards CT spawn, flash out, hope for the best, hope you can get a refrag here.
Boaster, no real threats from middle, so he gets to focus on this. It's a nice approach with the smoke there. It does mean that he's so limited, so they will get to the side, bring the guns to bear, and he does find one. Maybe not expecting it there, Thomas. Spray towards the smoke, but they do get a plant out of it. Reason Gaming not walking away with nothing out of this, but still, again, maybe wanting a kill, maybe wanting a little something. Hoodlum, your last man alive. Bomb's planted well for him, but you've got 5 men staring you down. Nades coming through, and Windansky through the smoke does it all.
Like we said, the execution now, the partial buy from Reason Gaming, objective, get that bomb down. It gives an extra $800 per player, and that's exactly what they wanted there. Their money was pretty decent. It was a conservative approach. It could have forced themselves into that round, but they've got the advantage on the T side, like we said. Arguably the harder side here on Mirage, and they have a nice full buy here going into round number 12. It's 6-5 overall. The double AWP setup still out for exceL, and we'll see what the change of approach is from Reason Gaming. They might slow things right down here, or go for the B rush, Lauren, it seems. Like I said, there's been a lot of aggression from exceL in the previous round, so maybe just trying to fight that by going straight towards B, and maybe finding a player caught off guard.
Bear in mind, this is when Thomas absolutely came into his own. Those 2 kills, he undid the crossfire, but Laza this time might be in for a lovely shot of things. Oh, there it is. First one connects. He knows what's happening now. Surely well and truly aware. Tries to back away, find a little bit of respite. He does have a teammate, but he's in the smoke. Now smothered. He still fights his way out. Thomas gets destroyed. Oh, surely not anymore. No, he will fall eventually. 2 now stand, and Connor and Jacob are doing just enough to keep this one from spiraling away. And there goes Cinder. A great approach from exceL, a good shutdown from the 2 players, and a lovely start there with the AWP.
Yeah, hunting for those frags at the very start. The defense become the offense. It's Laza this time with the AWP, finding the first frag. You can see there's a full set piece from Reason Gaming towards the B side of the map straight away, trying to counter that aggression towards middle they've been experiencing. They get caught with their pants down there, Lauren. Smokes in hand, Laza calls it, and at that point you can't really fall back. Everyone's been spotted, you've just got to go in, hope for the best. And Laza gets that first shot, fall back to the bomb side, baits JKM in. He's in the corner, finds a couple of frags there. It's nice work, and now we tie things up at 6-6. It's Reason Gaming down to another Rico, and Windansky, he's having none of it, or is he? Apparently gets taken out by Cinder, had the advantage there for sure. Does a little bit of damage towards Thomas, but that's all he gets, and gives the rifle over. Now they've got something to work with here. They've got armor, upgraded pistols, and now an M4 as well. A couple of flashbangs up to Jacob, trying to get the frag in return, which he certainly should do here as he finds Hoodlum.
Always get a little nervous when they start just pushing on their own. When I've seen it go wrong in the last couple of weeks, I'm saying it's like, please don't feed any more
It's a gamble, sure, but that one certainly pays off for Jacob.
Absolutely.
They've got the rifles right. They don't really have to go hunting for that frag. At least he gets some intel. They're going towards shore now, and then they probably get Jacob down at this point. Hopefully you go get for 2 frags here, though.
Going to be hearing the call coming through. Jacob can certainly hear it now. Spotting the cross. He does have a player on towards the site over by Kitchen, but there he goes. That was Thomas taking down Laza. This could be a bit of a problem now. Kamapanya going to connect perfectly, and now it's all falling apart. Boaster left in the 1v2. Let's see what you've got, Boaster. You've got a flash, you've got a kit, you've got a chance. Frey on the first. It's not what you're hoping for. The bomb goes in, and he surely knows they're both on the side, but Thomas fighting tooth and nail here to keep this one back in the books for Reason.
Giving away that first frag, it was Jacob that rectified that mistake. But at that stage, opting towards B. Good trades coming in from Reason Gaming. They pick up the AWP, the M4 as well. That bombs down. And like he said, all of a sudden, it crumbled right in front of exceL's eyes. Down to Boaster, there definitely opportunity to win that round. Nice movement from the window to get up towards short. If he gets that first kill, he probably wins the round, but unfortunately for him, missed it. And now 7-6 as Reason Gaming take the lead once again. Another default round from them. 3 players towards middle, 1 holding B and 1 in towards Palace. No aggression from the CTs just yet, but they have got money to work with there. Back in that double orb set up, and there it is. Laza finds Thomas. Huge scalp to take down on the Reason side.
Yeah, you can see Carmapania wanting to pick up the pace here, try and pinch towards A, and maybe isolate those 2 towards ramp. If he can work it out, if he can find out where they are, this could be a problem. But Connor's still with the Deagle. Finds that one, falls off it as well. Molly towards connector. No more threats coming from either Palace nor ramp. He's already pushed a player up there. That's Boaster gone walkabout. It's a nice approach to them. Late round aggression towards the extremities. Always nice to see. Boxing Reason in towards middle.
They've got this huge advantage once again, but they have thrown this away in previous rounds with Windansky. He wants to make sure this one's a lock-in. It's going to be 5-on-2 now. Crate and Kamapanga. Minutes of work with here. A couple of flashbangs and a Molotov, but 5 kills to find. And nowhere near a bomb site just yet. As Craig coming in towards the connector, gets his first kill, we've got a chance, but getting pincered in from either side, it's short, and the connector area now down to the 4 versus 1. Craig, they know exactly where he is. Got time to work with here and the AK in hand, but they want to try and take him down nice and quickly. Gets a little bit messy here, not the most beautiful CS, but they get the job done, only giving up 1 frag as well. Back and forth game here, after a 6-2 lead, Reason Gaming. Looking at the barrel of 7-7 now, going to the final round, and we'll see whether they can potentially convert this half into a victory. He wants to go towards short. We've got a bit of intel there, Lauren.
We do. We're loving it. Here we go. Laza, decent spawn for it. Want to have a little go. Reason as well with a shoddy purchase, not feeling they've got much in the bank left, of course. They've been being black and blue at this point. Here goes Laza all the way around, and he's I'm not sure he's going to hear the steps. They do just slow it down a little, but Panga not being subtle about this one. Molly goes in. That'll hinder any quick hit, and any CT aggression's going to give away the game hit.
All 5 players from the T side towards B apartments. At this stage around, it's not a huge, it could fall back, but you don't know what you've lost. You don't know if middle's been given up. You have no idea if they've pushed A's. You pretty much have to commit towards this one. Got 1 player watching towards T spawn, so they're going to be biding their time for now, but not a great position to be in. Still have 1 minute 20 remaining. But 2 smokes, a couple of flashbangs, 2 players on pistols as well. It looks like they will potentially be faking it. The bomb's still down in T spawn as we do have Cinder rotating towards A. Zero Strike shows something on that side of the map, and then they bust in towards the B side. Jacob, he's not so sure, but he has got a decent position here.
I like this from Jacob. He has no reason to fall off this. Of course,
it's got Laza baiting him in, right? That's the main approach here. He'll take that shot. They hopefully get a rush towards Laza, and Jacob gets the big spray down.
This could be lovely. Hopefully they don't second guess themselves when Cinder shows or puts a little bit of noise into play. But the flash came through, and he's starting to read it. Laza's gone down in the meantime. That's a problem, but now it's just... What? Kamapanga just absolutely dumpstered Jacob. You've got to be feeling that one the next day. But Windansky wants to do everything he can to try and keep this one going. And he makes it through the smoke. And it's Connor again. This guy is starting to deliver. Boaster's a mile away, but he's working on the flank. But is the time right? Cinder trying to escape. Finds the window spot. Gets spotted out. Now they can quicken the pace towards the bomb site if they fancy it. If they fancy their odds here. They know the Hoodlums pretty alone. It's a long old rotate if you don't get that movement right, and Cinder's going to be feeling that. Connor, though, walks into the lovely bit of aim Hoodlum's got set up on this one. Boaster now, the 1v2. Can he make up for the one before? They didn't quite manage. The first connects well. 3 bullets in the clip. Hoodlum's a 1-shot. 1 bullet will do it. And there he is, Boaster.
Not his best walk, right? Not going to lie.
It doesn't inspire the troops, does it?
He tried his best. It was a nice clutch from him, but I expected a bit more of a roar. But still, it all counts. It's going to be 8-7. That looked like a round that exceL potentially threw away, though. He's talking about Jacob's position, right? That was perfect. He was in position. He got baited by his teammates. But once again, he pulls the flashbang out. They know exactly where he is. Kamapanga, I'm not going to lie, that was a great second shot to get in towards that B bomb side. But Boaster can't argue with that. Like he said, 3 bullets in the magazine and wins the round. And it will be indeed exceL taking the first half 8-7. And that's good news. We've been talking about their CT halves being rubbish in the Elite Series, right? It's been really poor. And this is not their map up against Reason, who've got Thomas playing lights out. No one else really joining him in terms of that respect, but he's been winning them rounds, hands down. But they win the half, and they like to think of themselves as a T-sided, structured side exceL. So maybe, like I said, we kind of predicted them going into this one to take this one. Not really much to base it on, apart from we had a feeling that exceL would win. But it seems to be working out for us, Lauren.
No, it does indeed. And to be fair, this is crunch time for exceL, and Reason too, but you feel that them being this confident, or at least this strong on the CT side so far, puts them in good stead going forward. And you think that there is still a chance they can grind their way back up through this one. But it does mean they need those clean wins. No more draws. You can't even think about that. They need the clean victory here. But we'll see if that continues. exceL do lead, of course, on the half 8-7, but it's a very thin margin. Let's see if Reason can deliver on this CT side.
Smoke to work with him. 4 players once again towards his B apartments. We have Jacob, of course, towards middle, stopping any pushes from the CT side. It's going to be a very fast play here. Laza waiting for anyone to make a mistake, and presumably flashbangs and smokes will be coming in momentarily that the Karma Panga to defend.
Not be able to get much done on this one. It's Cinder to find Jacob, but that was over towards short. Karma Panga, though, able to find at least one individual on their own, but Reason, this feels a little bit here, there, and everywhere, but the same can be said for exceL, but Connor is at least finding the shots. Cinder makes a play up short, tries to connect a couple of one-taps here and there, but seems that nothing's landing for him. Laza in a good spot as well, keeping eyes towards Kitchen. Connor, again, this guy is just having the time of his life, but there are responses. Cray finding Windansky means this is possible. And now the kill on Hoodlum, he's getting a little close for comfort here, and it's all the attention being drawn towards Connor. And the shot from Laza comes in, and Cray left in the 1v2. How big can you make this? Well, there it is. Laza played off well in the end, both of them. A nice little crossfire setup.
Reason had the advantage of days there as well, getting the first couple of opening frags, but all of a sudden a rebuttal from exceL. They get towards the kitchen as well, upgrade their Glocks to USBs and start heading shots left, right, and center. Comes down to that 1 versus 2 situation. Craig, he can't pull it off. He's on 6 kills and 13 deaths, not having the best game so far. Thomas, 17 kills. We need to see more of that. And it's going to be a slight force buy here from the CT. He's not fully committed. Thomas and Cray have armor, but Karma Panga's got the scout. Hoodlum and Cinder with Deagles and 5.7s, and a bit of head armor to go with as well. exceL, 3 rifles. That's what I like to see. I'm not a big fan of the 5 SMG approach, so a lot of teams are running with right now, experimenting. But this is quite traditional CS right now. 2 SMGs to work with. Throw them to the bomb sites first. Look out for the stacks and try and find that first pick. It's Laza to do damage towards Cinder as he works the B apartments here.
And, well, you said feel out for the stacks, and that stack is over towards A. 4 players currently there, so see if they work this out. Hard to get the intuition going on it. Hard to find any sort of play at this point, but exceL are taking their time. They're in no rush. They have Molotovs, they have utility. They can speed up whatever they need to. And now you still see them waiting. See if there's been any CT aggression as well. Nothing shown towards mid as Boaster slowly works his way just a touch forward. Smoke in from Windansky.
There it is.
Lands it. Very proud of you. There's those hours coming through. And a late mid take.
100 hours apparently.
100. It's a good smoke.
Yeah, you can see it's paying off. That's all I can say. They go towards middle, quite methodical stuff, getting some basic map control. We talk about mid being one of the most important parts of the map here. It's up to Cinder, that Desert Eagle, alone towards B, but his teammates are rotating in. They've got an inkling they could be finishing on this side of the map as well. But Cinder, he's got his work cut out for him. 2 players from short right now, and he has to start hitting these 1 digs.
Cinder needs to land one of these, but nice timing from exceL to working together. Thomas is still alive and kicking, though. 8 HP, not for long. Not much more to be found, it seems. Connor's really trying to put in the work here. Yeah. At the moment, it does seem. The rounds are getting a little bit close, a little bit scary when the damage starts coming through and the deagles start to fly, or the pistols, bear in mind. Connor's doing pretty well at keeping these rounds together. The last 2 players, though, very little to be done. You might as well just try and keep what you got in hand.
Yeah, there's no reason it's giving this scout away. It certainly can be used for the next round. If you're not familiar with CS, it's the lesser sniper rifle. It takes 2 shots to the body for a kill, or if you get a nice little headshot and find you an insta-kill in that regard. So definitely something you can do with it going into round number 18. There will be an eco technically, but Hoodlum saving his head arm on the 5.7. Just hoping that exceL come hunting here. It's very unlikely to come all the way towards Palace. Difficult choke point to try and find frags here, but exceL managing to pick up a clean round there. Towards B, Laza goes down. Now it's in the hands of Thomas, of course, with that CZ, but pretty comfortable overall, and they'll take the lead to double digits here. 10-7 in favor of exceL, and like we said, they are known to be a T-sided team. So that's both pistols going in favor of the exceL side. Remember, they did give away round number 3 in the first half, but for now, looking quite strong and confident. And now, going up against, sure, a full eco, but that same scout, that could be problematic. We have seen it in the past where, especially on a map like Mirage, you have options towards the B apartments, you can jump up, it's not as strong as it used to be, but you can find maybe a cheeky kill here or there.
Yeah, and there's a couple of pistols joining it as well. P250s, 5.7s here and there. Why not? You still got enough to buy into that next round. So looks like exceL going to fall back to what looks like a pretty standard A at this point. Again, the same stack though. Curious if there's going to be any ramifications towards this or if it's all going to go well. Laza working up towards ramp. He could be the first victim to feel a little bit of this stack here. If he doesn't check his corners again, it's kind of hard for him to find both kills here at any singular point.
This will be the contact play, some basic Molotovs deployed just to flush out any CTs, any nuisance players beneath them. We have got Jacob towards the B side of the map. Mac 10 in hand, he'll just be running in by himself. Try and find a kill, ascertain the information. He's saying no one's towards B, so they might want to think about this. Could be another A stack here. They could just go in and actually find the kills. That's probably going to happen either way, but I would say we're playing really calculated CS. You let Jacob do his thing. He goes down, so now he definitely will go towards A. Thomas, though, not taking the bait. He's ready and waiting. They're doing damage here as well.
Yeah, that's lovely work between Hoodlum as well, and coming from Thomas. One more bullet!
Oh.
He can't find it! Somehow Boaster is still alive, and he's got Connor, who's been absolutely sublime thus far, and it's down to Cinder. Still a little possible, just purely the fact that Boaster's so low, but the first man, the big challenge, was Connor, and he will not relent. Again, close rounds, but no matter what, it does seem as though they're going on the board right now for exceL.
Yeah, it's a bitter pill to swallow coming that close as well. One bullet separated that round from being a victory there for the CTs. If Thomas gets that kill, Boaster 5 HP, that's a different round in its entirety. But still, it's exceL coming out on top, 11-7 now. And this is a difficult round for reason. You see no kits, no orbs. Sure, they have some smokes here, but no incendiaries either. If I'm exceL, I'm doing something fast-paced. I'm throwing out a strategy straight away here, and that's what they're looking to do. All 5 players towards the A side of the map as well. I like this call. They know the force buy game in the second round here. Overwhelm them with firepower. They probably won't have the utility to hold off a full execution as well. So this could be promising. Boaster, one of the star players for exceL, going in first, but Connor, he takes the lead. Yeah,
utility gets put up, and there goes Connor again. If it's working, just run with it. This guy runs over Cray, runs over Hoodlum, and the A side is essentially theirs. Jungle's got a bit of a problem on it, as does Stairs, and you see it now. It's Thomas! Finally finds his form on the CT side. 3 kills come back to back, and the plan gets stopped.
That gap in this smoke, you got to look out for those. It's a little bit problematic. Normally not that large. Normally even in pro level CS, we have a slight gap in that smoke where it shouldn't be that easy to get 3 kills like that. Beautiful display from Thomas, I have to say, but still a bit too easy for him. Nonetheless, we're going to see if Connor can do anything about this. It was looking so good for them. The Reason Gaming, they're back. It's going to be 11-8. Connor with 2 kills so far. Great openings to the bomb site, but the retake from Reason was too strong. Got a minute to work with here. Bomb not down. And we'll see whether he can do anything about this, but it's unlikely with only 2 points of health. If he finds any kills though, Lauren, that's fine, because the money for the CT side is going to be low. 1 kill here in my book is a success in this situation.
All right, he's having a little peek over towards jungle. Molly goes in. Now, we do have Cinder pretty close by, and considering he's 2 HP, pretty much a strong breeze will do the job. And Thomas will go above that necessity and goes for the rifle. So, nice job from Thomas. As said, he did get allowed a little bit more freedom than most would. Bit of a shame that that's one of the main reasons that you kind of forfeit going around after 2 big entry kills like that from Connor.
Yeah, especially those first 2 kills. The smoke's down as well. It looks perfect. You're set up, but the gap is just too large, unfortunately. And sometimes it does happen. You hate to see it, but it comes in every now and then. Round number 20, it's 11-8 Reason with the upper hand now, as you can see. The force buy from exceL. It's going to be Windansky down to the P250, Jacob down to the SMG as well. They're lacking utility, but they have got 3 AKs here, and 1 in the hands of Connor, as you've pointed out a few times, has been pretty spot on for exceL. It's round number 20, a big round for either side. Whoever loses this will be in a very difficult financial situation. Give the advantage to Reason for now, considering they don't have any players on the pistol like Windansky, but still, with the smokes available on the flashbangs as well, we know they're a tactical side exceL. Maybe we could bring something impressive here for number 20.
Let's see what they've got left. I like the CT side aggression here. We saw it coming in from exceL as well.
Yeah.
Karmapanya pushing up where Jacob was not too long ago.
And you can see Cinder, he can fall back now. That information that's set up in place, it's a bit of a gamble, sure, but you just got 1 player in B, you can focus towards the A side of the map. And Thomas on the Cinder blocks right now wanted to try and get a bit of a gap there, but the smoke negates that possibility and have to fall back here. Splashes towards middle, but mid control granted towards exceL generally. They'll go towards Connect here, looking to finish up in an A split, but the bomb's still down in the B apartments. That's with Luzza. So they're still just trying to work a pick. It's not clear as to where they'll finish off. Reason seem to think it'll be a B-side finish with 3 players there at the moment, but that's still fine. Bomb's still very far away from either side, and the A-split will eventually be coming in. You see that bomb towards T-spawn right now. They have got 1 smoke remaining. Use on the bomb side, CT spawn, flash over. Seem to be hitting shots at this point.
Well, Connor certainly been doing that. Gonna be tricky this time though. Great. Could be walking into a bit of a trap here. Flashed in though, it's perfect. He caught a little bit too much of that. Has to swing wide on it. That's the bomb down. 20 seconds now remain, and Hoodlum knows he's about to be pinched on, but he can't find the fight. It's Jacob to break through, and now Thomas makes his way around towards CT, but that's the move they made earlier. Almost ready for the retake. Boaster gets boosted towards the window, and now with the bomb planted, it's a 4v2. And it looks like the CTs have run out of that. A little bit of luck this started to work for them. Oh, that's a shot though. Thomas actually bangs out Connor.
2 versus 1. Cinder with the kid and the AK in hand as well, but he has to find these hiding terrorists. Gets this kill, he's got a serious chance here. Jacob Taken down. Now we've got something to work with here. Windansky, no nades, up against Cinder. He's got 70 points of health as well. Bomb ticking away though. Windansky knows it. He probably has to do a fake defuse. He can't go for the full, but Windansky takes the challenge before he even gets near the bomb. Finds 3 kills in total. It's a big round for exceL to win as well. That was the force by a player on an SMG and a pistol as well. Windansky starts on the PT-50 and finishes with 3 frags with the AK-47 in hand. Lovely stuff there, and I have to say, one key problem there for Cray. It was the perfect play. He gets flashed in towards A-ramp, but he flashes himself. His teammate just catches him as well. He could have got 3 kills out of that. Gets 1. It's not really enough. That's a cue for the terrorists to fully execute towards the A side of the map. They get the refrags, and like we said, Reason now is seeing die straight. So you can see they've got the CZs, the Deagles, and 12-8. exceL now are going to be in touching distance of this first map. Likely to be 13-8, but stranger things have happened. As Chad pointed out, both these teams quite weak in the anti-eco situations.
Yeah, Cinder's the man who's going to have a good chance of this. Molly's not going to go all that close. He's still fine, but flashes come in, and now it's going to be swing time. Good flashes, keep him completely blind. And the side stairs pretty much. It was, again, another bit of a stack towards A. Seems a bit of a regular occurrence for Reason. Why not give it another go? Maybe they'll fall for it this time. Not to be the case. Windansky going to get the bomb down. Smoke goes in. They're not really taking too many risks here, exceL, and I kind of like that. Keep it nice and clean. Use that utility you've got. You've got money in the bank
here.
It's not bad, is it? Go for a bit of it.
Yeah, why not? It's good stuff. 5 players alive. I'm not usually a fan of 5-man plays to always be on anti-ecos, but if you get all the grenades down, you kind of cover your wrist, then you're normally okay. Reason will find a kill in return, but it's only 1 so far. Connor looking to take down Hoodlum. That's a nice shot with the MAC-10. He at least makes this expensive for exceL generally, but Lazap trying to find the final few frags here. Not really worth it. He's the one who's got a weapon to lose here, but finds the first, taken down by Thomas, who's been causing so much damage here, but can't find more than 1 frag. It's Bosto with a double kill, and this Hoodlum now to save the AK-47. That will certainly help them out going into the next round. We know the money is in slight turmoil for them at the moment. 4K per player, the saved AK, that certainly helps them out, but Bosto's getting fired up now. Still not out of this just yet, Reason. Win one of these rounds. Money still hasn't really established itself on the T side, so every round counts at this point. Rifles come out once again. No possibility of the AWP. Cinder, low money, has to bring out the FAMAS. It's a bit of pill to swallow. Could have been dropped UMP by his teammate, but opting for more firepower here. They've got 1 kit to work with. Ooh. Connor with the MAC-10 as well. We've got 3 unarmored heads to work with.
I'm pretty sure Windansky's just going for a fast A. He had a brilliant spawn for it, so he just wants to run in and try and get the kill as quick as possible.
Oh. Nice idea.
For a second, I've got a great spawn.
Didn't quite stick the landing.
No, the landing was a little off, wasn't it?
No. Well,
not great. I like the idea. Spawn-based CSGO is a nice theory. It doesn't always work out well if you're just going to go in like that, but again, this could be a difference maker. The bomb's in middle as well. This could be big if he got that kill.
That's just not a good play. That's just the bad call. You're by yourself. You've got the man advantage as well. You've got an M4. Everyone's weak in terms of the money. Why give away that advantage? That's not a good decision for Thomas. He's playing so well so far. To fall at this hurdle as well, that could be the round that decides it. But Gray's fighting back with Cinder as well. They take the advantage back. He's down to 15 points of health, but Lazar and Jacob, smokes and Molotovs available. With the bomb now, as Jacob picks it up, it's going to be Karma Pangi, though, to presumably secure the round. But Jacob, like we said, a grizzled veteran of CSGO. We'll see if he can step up here.
He's got 1v1s to a degree. He might be able to get something
just
done.
1 kill, then we've got something interesting. But Hoodlum, he just shuts him down. Before we have a chance to make it exciting. Yeah.
just ruining all excitement. Thank you, Hoodlum.
Well, yeah. Thomas did his best to give that round away. After getting that advantage, those sort of rounds as well, that's a godsend. If you manage to get the first pick, you're in such a good place then, especially when you've got low money. Thomas wanted to add to that total, but by himself, not being flashed in or anything, I wasn't a huge fan of that decision, but still, they win the round, so no harm, no foul. exceL know they have Reason on the ropes here, so they're going to be forcing into this one. They know they can steal this round away. That's pretty much a game. Maybe 14-9, money, reset for Reason, so I definitely don't mind his decision. They've got a few rounds to work with here in terms of the deficit, so absolutely fine. Going towards B, it seems as well, with Jacob lurking away towards the A side of the map. He's by the connector right now.
Yeah, Luz is the one close by. Karma Pangi on the other side. Having a little leap. As a look, I think he's caught a glimpse of one there. Going to know what's going on. Yeah, utilities come in. exceL do make it through relatively scot-free until then. Boaster and Luzza. What? How?
Karma Pangi saw them cross over and then seemed to be surprised when they shot him in the back. Yeah. Well, what can you say about that one, Lauren? You have to save your weapons this one. Like we said, the money to be reset here. Cray and Hoodlum have no choice. That was really strange. Maybe a lack of communication maybe for his teammates towards the bench position, but he was exposed there. Saw them cross over. Maybe he's expecting them not to fully wrap the bomb site. They've got Tech 9s and stuff. Why wouldn't they? They've got that run and gun potential, and they managed to find all 3 frags there. Nothing in return. Some decent damage and Reason, but that's not going to win you rounds, and that's a nightmare. That's what that gamble I was saying for exceL. I didn't mind at all. They do win this round. They pick up rifles, give me 5 players alive here of armor. They've gone straight back into this in terms of the financial situation, and now it's Reason, desperate to save anything they can. And it's definitely worth the hunt for exceL. Go towards despawn. Try and find. If you get one kill here, even if it's a couple go down, definitely worth it. 14-9 overall. Bit of a blunder there from Reason. B side seems a bit of a problem for them generally, but no shouting from both of them. Oh, there we go. There it is. So I was waiting for it.
Yeah, that is a massive lack of communication or just awareness. Being able to get 2 kills, pushing up on short.
He saw them though, so it's not even, that's down to him individually. Like he sees 2 cross over. Maybe he's just so focused on getting that first frag and then switching towards that bench position just never came in for him. It's unlucky, I guess. But the buy coming in, Reason now with the MP7 and the UMP coming out. Rifle save means they can distribute the wealth accordingly, but fast play towards B side once again, up towards short as Connor to try and find the first frag. Gonna get Cray with the knife out, and Cinder now in a world of trouble.
Pretty sure he's been already spotted. Yeah, they turned for the flash, didn't really matter. Still comes around and gets the job done. And exceL have just kind of quickened the pace here.
Yeah, why not?
You know, it's a mercy killing at this point, isn't it? Hoodlum tries to make a bit of a stand of it, tries to stay alive, tries to keep that rifle again, but it's unlikely he's going to be keeping it. Jacob. Jesus Christ. Jacob, what's going on? Hoodlum's left on 16 HP after that beautiful display of wonderful CS there.
Well, it's up to Hoodlum now to try and save that AK-47. Fast-paced counter-strike there. 4 towards short. Get in their faces. Like we said, the CTs with knives, I just didn't see it coming. Don't have the AWPs. That's been the storyline of the CTR for a reason. We haven't really had a full buy for them. They've been chasing throughout the second half. Haven't really found themselves to be established whatsoever, winning 1 single round so far. And then still looking a little bit out of their depth here. It's going to be map point here on Reason's map pick. So this is not looking good for them if they're looking for that 2-0, even a draw here right now.
Yeah, it's really not good. And we've seen the Inferno play coming out from exceL. Their CT sides actually started to look far more improved. That was the one thing we started to come up with. They were getting the rotates right. They were starting to put people in the right place. But that's yet to come. This is the round that can decide it all. Reason have very little to work with, of course. Pistols, couple of bits of utility here and there. They do have armor to work with, but you're hoping that you get a game-changer play here. Thomas and Hoodlum, it's on their hands at this moment to make this stick. 3 players working up ramp. Make it 4 now. Can they stop this before it's all over? Hoodlum strikes first. Thomas again. Maybe there's life in them yet. But backs to the wall CS here, and Jacob this time will land the shot. Oh, God, Jacob, no! He's just taking everyone down. Teammates, the lot, it doesn't matter. He wants to win.
4 kills in total, 1 of them on his teammate, but still in a decent shot of winning this round. It's a 2-on-2 situation. Cinder and Cray unable to pick up any of those fallen weapons. So it's up to Windansky now. He's got control of CT spawn. We do have the flank coming in. That's Cinder. He has to be the key player here, but unfortunately the bomb is not exposed to his position. So lots of work to do here. It's map point. Have to go for it. No kits. Need to find those frags.
I guess there might be a gun on ramp. That might be a possibility for Cinder, considering the team kill happened there, but still, that aside, there's the rifle to hand. Does it make a difference, or will it be all over right about now? The nades come through, the push begins. It's Jacob again fighting on the side. He does have support in the form of Windansky, but Cinder's found room. No one wants for... They've got a smoke though. Smoke goes in on the bomb. Molly goes out. He's spraying on it.
Oh, no clip.
Windansky! He needs to land this. And the shots come through. 15 HP. Oh, it's a disaster. 3, 2, 1, and the bomb is defused. Reason stay alive. That was a round you should not be losing.
I just want to listen to this. Okay, they're still believing.
Oh, I hit him 90 and 60.
He's
all right.
He's still jovial about the situation. He's not smashing desks, so that's okay. It was a touch and go moment in the smoke. It's always a bit scary when you start spamming it. You don't find the kill straight away. Bit of a messy round generally. Jacob with 3 big kills, but kills one of his teammates as well, going down to those MP9s and UMPs, but still, they do have map points. Going to take 5 rounds in a row here from Reason. A lifeline perhaps here as we enter round number 26. That fast-paced play once again, but it's gone a smoked out. A good decision there from Reason. Thomas might get boosted up. He'll have a look. The nade won't do too much damage. Takes him down to 81 HP. His teammate Cinder just hoping that a T boost over in response and get that first frag.
This is nice from Reason. Seems they have the right idea. The smoke's on short. They may be reading the response from exceL, and I like it. I like to see that.
There we go then. Thomas desperately trying to get this first frag. Now the smoke has gone down. Looking towards that connector position, but Connor seems to be the way that's a possibility. Watching short like a hawk and making sure no one can take down Lazar, but it's Bo to the strike first. Finds Cray in the window room. But there it is. Thomas being so strong for this team. Is it enough to keep them alive here?
Well, we saw the desperation play to middle from him before, but this time he's not overstepping his mark. He's restraining himself, maybe not making the mistakes, trying to keep his head as clear as possible. And leaving exceL to middle pretty much. They have a fair good shout of control, but they've completely backed away from short, pushing up just 1. Karma Panya playing towards those B apartments. He has to keep control of everything if they did decide to go towards B. Still plenty of opportunity. Lazar finding Thomas. This becomes a problem. Windansky towards Hoodlum. Where do they go? It's a quick turn towards A. And Cinder will be the man to get there first. Jacob falls, but there's another in CT. Can he get it?
Ooh.
No. Windansky this time will connect.
No.
And it's Karma Panya.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I believe Henry.
Well, sometimes you got to believe. We'll see what he can do here. He's got a one flashbang. The defuse kit in his back pocket. He's coming out towards Shaw. He's exposed, but he gets the shot through the smoke. That's a headshot towards Lazar. That's the AWP going down, coming in. Emphatic pace, but it's not quite enough. And there it is, the first map going in favor of exceL. Touch and go. They were 6-2 down. They recovered it. They won the first half. It looked like Thomas was dominating the server, but they shut him down eventually. Both puts the shades on, and they're looking like a solid unit today.